Okay. Um, Fuck. Well, I'm gonna get that out of the way first. I don't intend to get any of this monetized or anything like that. That's just me ranting into the screen. Um, I don't care about cussing. I don't care about difference of opinion or whatever or my hair. Um, I just want to get some of my opinions out there, get some stuff off my back, and talk about some experiences I've had that I think people might either relate to, maybe find important, maybe find interesting. I mean, fuck, it's getting to the point where everybody nowadays needs to feel important in their own little way or something like that. But like everybody's unique. Like everybody has their own experience. Everybody has their own perspective, their own everything they've been through. I've been through. So this is why I'm starting this. I've been through so much random shit through being like well raised, good family, good mother, good everything, like good lifestyle to getting myself into a bad lifestyle to cleaning myself up. Like I've lost friends in horrible ways. I've lost friends by my own volition, getting rid of people I seen as bad in my in like affecting me. Like you have control over your own life. Um, this is just absolutely tangential. Like I don't keep a straight train of thought at all. This is mostly probably going to be a gaming kind of oriented page. Like I love gaming. I love video games. I love the environment, the atmosphere. I love everything about what um, gaming provides people. It's to me the same thing that literature provides people for people who enjoy books or comics. Or I love comics, um, books, comics, movies. If there's a media you love, then game games can be right on that. It's an interactive media. There's obviously something to be said about too much indulgence in games or like over like the idea of I guess being a gamer versus somebody who plays games. Just another tangent, another topic. I just want to get this video out as a way to start this, I guess. Like stop the procrastination. I don't know. That's the thing. I want to keep this about games, but I also have myself that I want to talk about. I also have a lot of stuff that I just talk about in general. Right now, like, yes, this is just hi. This is me. If you've seen any of my other videos on my channel, it's like 2, 3 years old. Like it's been a while, and I just played games. I played recording with my friends, recording with people I enjoyed spending time with, and now this is pretty much what we're reduced to. It's just talking to each other through screens and living in bubbles. So I want to see if I can challenge that and just get life back to normal. Get my head straight. Get some information out there. Hear what people have to say. Hope to hear from people I know on this video, but like other than that, like I say like a lot. Not scripted, blah blah blah. Like I'm just going off the top of my head. Like I just want to hear. I'm a devil's advocate. I want to hear people's opinions. Like I might disagree with you just to disagree with you, and that's the thing is I think it's not only good but it's fun to try and challenge like what if, why not? Who the fuck cares? It just matters about hearing out other people, other sides. Like I don't care about this whole divided sides or labeling people. I'll kind of end with this tangent. Labeling people. I hate labels. I The most profound advice I was ever given was when I was like 8 to 10 years old on a public transport by a girl who I wanted to understand her outfit style, and for some reason that came out of my like I wanted to ask her where she got her clothes. Clothes look cool. She looked cool. She looked really really nice style. And for some reason that came out of my mouth as, "What are you, some kind of punk?" And oh my god, I felt so fucking stupid. It's one of those moments. As soon as it leaves your mouth, you feel your stupidity. You feel it right in you. You're like, that, can I repeat that? Can I get a replay, Mulligan? So her immediate response to my dumbass question is, labels are for soup cans, little man. And that stuck with me throughout absolutely everything. I hate, I will not label somebody as anything that they don't put on themselves. I don't like this is the narrative is right, left, conservative, liberal, especially being Canadian, it's literally conservatives versus liberals. And like, I don't fucking care. The reason I used to be liberal, I used to be liberal. I used to see myself purely as a liberal, and I voted for Trudeau because the conservatives couldn't do anything more than shit talk Trudeau. And I said, you're not talking up your point, you're talking down your opponent. I kind of need to turn that back down. But like, that's the thing, is if you are unable to get past this labeling, this idea of, I'm going to call you something, I'm going to generalize you, I'm going to group you all together as leftists or racists or any ists or isms or whatever. If you put labels on people that they don't put on themselves, if somebody says they're gay, they're gay. If somebody says whatever they want to, this is, I guess, kind of the idea of libertarianism. I'm still iffy on where the fuck these boundaries supposedly lie. Your association, you have your own association. You can't speak on behalf of somebody or on behalf of people. You literally need to understand that it's individuals. Every single individual has an individual opinion, individual experiences, individualism. And that's the thing, is it's a culmination of every action, every nature, every nurture that gives us like this whole beautiful structure of our countries. We're not forced into an assimilation. We're not forced into one mindset or one way of thinking. We're the only uniting factor in our country is that, particularly for us, we are Canadian. You come to our country, you are born in our country, and we treat you as if you are part of our country. You, like, I don't know, complexion, criticize me for the fact that I'm white or whatever, all you want. It's purely on the idea that I believe when I meet you, I want to meet you as a person. I don't want to. You have preconceived notions. Everybody has preconceived notions. This whole of like, I think that's the idea of inherent bias or subconscious bias, is the fact that like, what's an example? The one that I've heard of goes around a lot is Arabic, or like, if you, yeah, like Muslim type people work in 7-Elevens, and I would heavily disagree with that. I've seen a lot of people of that descent working in finance, working as heavily paid financial advisors, working in corporations. My boss at one point was a very slick Indian dude, and he was nice, like incredible guy. Just if I ever get into talking about that situation, we during this whole Corona shit, we we kind of broke down and had at it with each other, lost our tempers a little bit. Shit's got hectic, man. Like this is ridiculous. You're costing people their sanity. You're costing people their jobs. Some people like myself, it was I would vouch for myself that it is my own fault. It's not like, ooh, fucking Corona took my job. Corona made my job so unbearable that I fucked it up for myself. That's what I'll say. Because it's like, adapt, live, learn, adapt. Could have just lived with it, worked with it, done that, whatever. But it is what it is. So the idea that like some people fit a certain perspective, fit a certain like the idea that you can label somebody is disgusting. You're looking at a person as a basically, in my opinion, a product on a shelf. You look at them and you turn them around 180 and you go, ah, yes, I can deduce from your label and your ingredients that this is exactly how you should taste and act, and like the whole soup can analogy. It's like, no, you can't look at somebody and without getting to know them. Yeah, you can get to know first impressions. You can get to the whole like third date kind of idea. You could get to know somebody, but unless you intimately get to know somebody, get to be good friends with somebody, get to talk to somebody over a years, like make friends with your neighbors, make friends with people. You'll never really know who they are. You can't judge them based on what you think you know. You can hold, you can reserve your judgment from your experiences. You can hold your experiences as true, but anything outside of that, you can't just go, oh yeah, my neighbor's got a Trump sign, so he's racist. Like that's the most obvious one I've seen throughout last year, is the whole like property destruction, or like just treating anybody who has that particular differing opinion as less than human. That's absolutely disgusting. Is at no point that's again relating back. That's why I hated the Conservatives when Trudeau got elected. Is they treated him as less just talking down. If you're gonna talk down and like you're gonna subhuman, you're gonna treat people as less than cattle. And I often get that through like different comment sections and different everything. Less than cattle, less than animals, because you hold animals at such a much higher regard than the people who would willingly sacrifice their time, their effort to take care of them. I mean, go on YouTube and tell me that you can't find videos of somebody who's rescued a bird or some animal, some beautiful hearted person who actually took in a burden that was not theirs to bear. People are willing to go through amazing lengths for others, whether that is a human or an animal. Like, people may not naturally be good. I think that we all have like this inherent, we want a villain. Like, we want to see ourselves as the good guy, so we need a villain. And that's why it's like every villain is the hero of his own story. Is we want to be able to almost Scarface is like, so you can take your finger and look at him and go, he's the bad guy. And that's the thing, is like that movie was about a fucking coke dealer, but in his mind he was doing right by him. He was trying to get his family out of poverty. His family wasn't doing very well. Him and his entire people were discriminated heavily upon, especially in that era. Even though the movie has a bad message, it has like this interesting undertone of it's like 15 minutes. This interesting undertone of success, the American success story, and like making something of yourself. So it's incredibly tangential. Before I just keep rambling on into absolute nothinghood, like, because I can do this for hours. I just want to talk. I just want to get some shit off my chest. I want to get out there. I used to do this in public squares. I used to love talking to people like this, like just talk. I don't do small talk. I do big talk. I like to just challenge people, talk to people, kind of like get out there, get active, talk. But it's not allowed anymore. Not unless you're fucking a drunk at a bus stop. And challenge me on that one. I am just gonna leave it at, for this video, hi, welcome, thank you. I'm glad if you watched this long that you are interested in it this long. Look at labels differently. Anytime anybody groups people together, look at them and challenge that narrative. Like any people I watch, I hate when people I watch go, oh, leftists, or the far right, or this and that. Because yes, you're referring to a specific group, you're referring to like an ideology, you're referring to but it is in the context. If you're referring to that in the sense that, look at these guys, they fit that narrative, look at them, they're the bad guy, you are becoming part of the problem. You are becoming that generalization, you are becoming that labeling, that putting people in a bucket, putting people in a bin, and just making sure that, as you say, we're dividing. Like, the people who claim that they're trying to divide us, they're trying to divide the nation, are the same people who will throw the other guys under the bus as some ist and ism. So stop it. Like, just, honest to God, think about the conversation you're having, and think about the conversations you've had. And don't let them haunt you, don't let them drag you down, but just make sure you're questioning. Like, the whole, I guess, check yourself idea. Like, check your perspective, check your validity, check to see where you stand and if it's on solid ground. I'll leave it there.